Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to gaming hours. Welcome to winning. Because I've already decided that is what we're doing tonight. I'm also doing some fishing tonight. Working on leveling up my fishing level over in old school RuneScape. So that'll be what I'm doing on the side. Yo, how are you doing? Welcome on in. Alright, is there any other buttons I need to press? I think we're all good here. Welcome to the stream! Very excited to be back playing some Pokemon TCG. All the buttons, I've put them all in the wrong place. I've also moved everything. It's really weird. This is only going to be different for me. I moved my OBS from this screen to this screen. So that way this screen can be fully dedicated to RuneScape. So that way I can maximize my fishing. I just got level 59 fishing, and I need to get to level 62, which is probably by the end of stream, I think I might be level 50. Or level 60, because I'm level 59 right now. But that's neither here nor there. It has been a minute since I've played some Pult. So I kind of just had like a hankering for some itchy pollen, I guess, is really what I had a hankering for. It's a pretty basic Pult list. It is an Ascended Heroes Pult list. So we are running Pokepads. I just grabbed one that was on a recent online tournament that did pretty well. I didn't really want to put a lot of thought to it. I mean, there's not really a lot to change in Pult right now. Once rotation happens, there's definitely a huge change that'll be in Pult, because I mean, primarily the huge big things that Pult loses is Halucha, which really does fix a lot of their math. Counter Catcher's gone. Right? I'm pretty sure Counter Catcher's gone. Am I making... No, Counter Catcher's gone. So that way... So the Dusclops kind of become less impactful. Of course, Iono is gone. It's still a great deck. It's just going to be played in a very different way. And I'm kind of excited to play it in that very different way. But I don't really care to play rotation decks right now, because we don't even have the rotation set. Like, we don't even have the Meowth. So what's it matter? What's it matter? Doing good. Picked up some more stuff for the Hanshi deck. Found a full art Archer for $3. Yo! Thing I'm gonna do now is just go one full art of each spores. I love that. Sitting at 60 or 36 of 60. Nice. 37. Oh my gosh. I can't read. How are you feeling? Are you feeling any better? I know you said you're doing good, but hopefully you're feeling better. I know it's been like a week or so since I think the last update was. I finally have picked up all. Well, I've purchased all of them. I don't have them all yet for my full art Dawns for my Zard deck. Which I mean, Dawn will also be played in a lot of decks going forward. Right now, I physically have 3 of them, and the 4th one is in the mail. I'm kind of concerned, to say the least, as it was out for delivery on Friday. And today is Tuesday, and it has still not gotten here. And it's not like the person didn't send it or anything like that. Like, it's out for delivery in my area. So I'm a little concerned that it may have gotten lost in the mail. I'm hoping it just shows up. But yeah, out for delivery. The courier is en route to the delivery address. Delivery may be expected today. So I'm hoping. But that was out for delivery February 21st. So we'll see. Well, how are you doing? Welcome on in. Greet. I am your delivery driver. You're my delivery driver? Well, that's great. Where's my card? Doing much better. My sleep schedule is still freaking getting there. I'm glad. Hopefully it's getting better. My sleep schedule's been all over the place. I have a really exciting card to talk about, speaking of buying cards. But I can't talk to you all about it for a couple more weeks. Because I will tease a potential spoil for the daily shorts that I'm trying to get back better into. I've had a whole mental health crisis and all that good stuff. I pulled a really expensive card, and then immediately went to a trade night and sold it. But there is video of it, and that video will be out I think in a week or so, because I'm putting the videos out in order that I open the packs. But I am really excited to talk about that when we get to it. Is there any other housekeeping stuff I have to do before we jump into a game? I don't know. I don't think so. I was keeping an eye out. I did go to this trade night, and I was keeping an eye out for like some different full arts and stuff, but I don't know, like a lot of these guys are selling cards for like much more than they were worth. And like oftentimes I'll say I am willing to spend, like, let's say a card is $3. You know, like buy it somewhere, it's $3. And I am more willing to spend, you know, like $6 in person, depending on the card, to get it, just put it into my hand. I know it looks good. I know the card is in good shape. And then I don't have to worry about the card getting shipped. But like some of these people were selling cards that were like worth $10, and they were selling them for like $25. And I'm like, no, that's never worth a $15 markup for a card that I only kind of want. Nah. So I didn't end up picking up anything. I was hoping to make some moves and like do a trade and a percentage cash, but no one was biting on that. But I'll tell you all more about it once that video's out. Dropping some more fish so I can continue fishing. Speaking of picking up cards, I need to double check my local game shop that had a gold double turbo for $4. Ooh. Some of the full art Sada's Vitality and Explorer's Guide. I need to get the full art. I think it's the full art Sada is the one that I want to grab. I don't think it's the SIR. No, it is the SIR because that's the full art. I want to pick this up at some point, specifically because it has Palmy on it. But I played Bolt to Atlanta. Atlanta is the only place I played Bolt, which was, you know, coincidentally against you. I never played it after that. So I never went out of the way to get like the fancy bling in and out. I plan one day to buy it because I'm like, maybe once it's not as a playable card, maybe it'll go down in price, which I mean, I think it's like, I don't even think it's that expensive. I think it's genuinely a like maybe a $10 card, maybe $8. I don't know. It's not high on my list of something that I need to get. Professor Shada. Oh no, it's down to like $7. Yeah, okay. I'll buy it at some point. Just because I kind of want it for that, but I don't like need it. Yeah, Gimli challenge because you only need one of them. Yeah, absolutely. It makes it much easier. All right, let's hop into our first game of Polt. Itchy Pollen. Itchy Pollen. Heads. Let's go. Opposite of what I typically want to do, I do not want to go first. Also, I went to a challenge last night. Chat. Let me tell you. I played some games of Pokemon. I did get, it was 19 Masters, 1 Senior, and 1 Junior, was the full groups. We had 5 rounds. I was playing Donzard, and let me just tell you, I did get 6th place. So I did walk away with some money. I got $22 store credit for the placement. But yike, oh yike. My first game, I opened Fan Rotom. I was super pumped about it. Got down my Hoot, had Noctowl in hand, got Pidgey down, but had no way to search out anything else, so I couldn't get Charmanders, couldn't get a Terra Pokemon, so I couldn't even use the Noctowl, and then proceeded to draw pass for like 10, 11 turns while my opponent set up. Luckily, my opponent was playing a weird Iron Thorns. So I wasn't in super danger. But by the time it finally got to a point where I was about to set up, I popped my Dusk Noir to grab a prize because I was like, my Prime Catcher is in my prizes and an Energy's in my prizes. I'm like, if I can just grab either an Energy or a Prime Catcher, I can get into the game. And I got the Prime Catcher. So I Prime Caught, and I was able to, sorry, let me do a turn here. I was able to pop, I sent them down to 1 prize, and with them at 1 prize, I was able to take my 6 prizes because they had not done a great job with keeping up with their energy. So they kind of got stuck in active while I was able to slowly make some plays happen. I'm not going to play the jamming tower because I want to save it for a stadium bump at some point. All right, this is pretty good. I wish I would have gotten energy. An energy would have been nice. If I ever want to recover Fez, I can. Let's play this and grab 1 more Dreepy. And we have 1. We can Pokepad for another. Let's do that. But yeah, so I managed to win that game, but I was not feeling good. I was not feeling good. And then I matched up into... let me pull it up because I don't remember. I know I lost it. Then I matched into Alakazam and also had like a terrible opening hand. Was able to get moving though, but just unfortunately was not able to finish things out. I had game the next turn, but who cares if you have game the next turn if your opponent has game that turn. So I lost that one. Then I played into Raging Bolt. We had a really, really good game. But unfortunately they were just ahead in the prize race and I wasn't able to slow them down. Then I played into Lucario, had a pretty solid game against Lucario and took that game. And then I played up against Frostlass Monkey Dory and I played an incredible game. Absolutely incredible game. To the point where at the end of it, my opponent was like, what happened? And I was like, just sometimes it'd be like that. To be fair, they also did not have a great setup. They started out pretty slow. We'll grab the Eono. Magazine being good is crazy to me. Tinkatiny X walks so Zam could run, honestly. Honestly, I need energy this turn. So I might rip the Iono, but I would rather rip a Lily. Is what I would rather. We'll get rid of that. Get rid of the other Ultra Ball. Yeah. Alright, we'll at least be in a pretty decent setup position come next turn. I know they don't have a great stuff in their hand right now. Cool. I could pop this and get rid of this. I kind of like that. Or I could pop it and put it here in Counter Catcher and try and stick something in the active. They've already played 1. Yes, that is what I need next turn. Already had 1 in hand. Yeah, Curse Blast and try and stick them in active and hope that they can't find another balloon. What did they grab off that Arven last turn? It was the balloon that they attached. So yeah, let's put the 50 there. They take a prize card, and then we'll counter catcher up the other one. Buddy Poffin. Another one? Another one. And we'll itch that pollen. You excited for Pokemon 30? I am so excited for the 30th. I am very, 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 very excited for the 30th. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. I cannot wait. Cannot wait. Not the Relior. Okay, they attached 1 here. They just passing? No, they're going for a Team Evo. Oh, that's so good. Okay. That's pretty solid. Because this does protect their bench. Prevent all damage from and effects of attacks your Pokemon to your bench. So we do have to kill that. Does it protect everything? Why are there so many Diplins? Shoot, they just be dipping. Ah, but we got another counter catcher. Let's go. That's funny. That's funny. I'll grab Pokepad. You know what? I didn't even check this. I'm pretty sure. I'm fairly certain. That Neo Upper's in here. I was like, I'm pretty sure Neo Upper's in here. It is. Off that there. I don't really care for using Iono. Grab another energy for the next turn. Although, I mean, there right now, we could set this up next turn, pop that there. And I think just punch into this. And then just, I mean, they won't be under item lock anymore. They have such a small hand right now. Your opponents prevent all damage from effects of attack. So this doesn't stop the Clops. So he could still pop the Clops. Could still pop the Clops. And just take out Goldeen, which is, I mean, but they do have another Festival lead right now. This one actually does more damage because this one just does nothing right now, actually. Alright, well, if that's the case, maybe we counter catcher up this one. And then just pass there. And then, because next turn we can pop this, take this out. I should have grabbed the Dust Noir. Yeah, that's on me. Should grab the Dust Noir. I'll stick that in active. It's also, I just want to make sure I can get some attachments set up. Just spread some damage out here. I know it's fine. Okay, we still got energy to attach. Nice, okay. Nice, we got counter catcher. I just need Dusk Noir then. Grab the boss. Let's grab that, just leave that in deck. We might be okay just to itch again here, because they're still stuck. They Iono'd, so they're living off a top deck. They're living off a top deck. So I think we're okay to do. Oh, you know, I had Jamming Tower. Meant to play the Jamming Tower. Because if they get the balloon. Meant to play the Jamming Tower. That's so stupid. That was so stupid. I meant to play the Jamming Tower, which it wouldn't have mattered. They got Jet Energy. But, I mean, it would have mattered because then they would have needed the stadium because they do get to attack. That was... Screwed that one up. Screwed that one up. Dang it. Man. That's okay. I don't think it's going to be super, super impactful long term. But that is a bit of a silly move. It is a bit of a silly move. Throw out 2 cards. They hit 60 damage here, so Badoo dies, and then they hit another 60. So I guess I think we'll promote Latias. And just let Latias tank the 60. Because then there's also a world where we get Monkey in the mix. Do they actually have the option to attack again? If Vessel, you may use an attack. It has twice. You are okay. Well, you are allowed to not attack the second time. Very little of the deck left. Surely we can dig into what we need. Obviously, we're gonna put the jamming tower in play this go round. There it is. There it is. Alright, jamming tower in play. Dust Noir in play. And then what do I want to counter catcher? I think I want to counter catcher Thwacky. Because we're going to pop this there. Go get Thwacky up. Curse Blast to there. We're going to punch into Thwacky, take out the other Thwacky. But if I can find Monkey. Hi, Monkey! Welcome to the party. Welcome to the party. And then we'll Iono them down to 3. We can actually move this. Move 30 here. We punch in, we kill this. 30 here to kill. I don't think the other 60 matters anywhere. Well, let's just kill this with the 30, and then we can just put 30-30 on these two. So that way, whichever one comes up. Then they're both 5 away. I'll just put the extra one there for fun. Nice. That was a pretty solid turn. To which we wiped out all their big threats. They can't search out. They have a stadium that they can't work with. So they need a lot. Ooh, a Pokegear could really get them out of it, though. Drawn to, like, a... Actually, what would help them here? I mean, I guess something to draw. Arvin, potentially. I don't know if they play Fez. Oh, wait, they still have a, They still have their cart, their trolley. But I don't know that they would want to put it in play at this point. I don't know. I don't really see how they come back from this. They've Team Evo'd already, so, and the Thwack isn't there, so they can't search out stuff, so they need Stadium as well. If we hadn't already seen their ace spec, I could be concerned that a secret box was about to hit us, but we've already seen their ace spec. It's a precious trolley, so I'm not too concerned. Do they have Stadium in hand? They might have Stadium Energy in hand. And if they have Stadium Energy in hand, they're in a pretty good spot. But we still have 30 energy on our side, or 30 damage on our side that we can monkey across. Yeah, let's just concede. But like this next turn, we didn't have. We actually did have game. If they attacked right there, we had game because we could just move 30 over to the Diplin that they put out at 40. Put 1 there, put 5 on the Applin that we spread 30 onto last time, and then obviously take out the active. So yeah, that worked out. No matter what, there was game there. They at max could take 2 prizes, and we could easily set up another Polt. So I think that is probably one of our best matchups. It's single prize decks are pretty good matchups for us because all the single prize decks tend to have low HP, so it's pretty easy for Dragapult to finagle some damage around and take big wins. This Carbink's IR is so pretty. God, this Numble is so cool. And this Weavile. Oh man, there are so many cool arts in this one. I also really love this Doug Trio. Revenant's pretty cool. The colors are really pretty. I really love the purples. Cynthia's Spiritomb is sick. Guys, we pulled the Mega Gengar SIR! It's an $800 card! Mega Halucha. Iono's Belly Bolt EX. Those are super, super cool. Got the new Clefairy in this one. Very, very cool. Very, very cool. I can't carry any more fish, but let me drop these 24 fish. And let's get back to fishing. Yeah, let's get back to gaming. By the way, what's meant to ask, did you see the new reveals from the Champions League written Stadium? Yes! Oh my, yeah, we didn't even talk about that. It's kind of wild. Where is a tab? It's kind of crazy. Wait, no, don't run away, don't run away. Sorry, on RuneScape I started to click the run away. It's kind of wild. It's kind of wild what we got going. They also actually revealed some new Deoxyses today. I already looked at these earlier. The Deoxys, the Deoxy, would that be the plural form of Deoxys? So these are coming in the Ninja Spinner set, which in English is Chaos Rising in May. Wait, is this in May? Why did I think this wasn't in May? Why did I don't know why I was thinking Perfect Order wasn't until, Oh no, because I'm thrown off because Ascended Heroes isn't legal for until March, but then the next set comes out like a month later. That's why I'm thrown off. So we have 4 new Deoxy we're showing off today, or I guess last night. We have regular Deoxys with 110 HP, Genome Change, search your deck for 2 basic energy, Psychic Energy attachment to this Pokemon, shuffle your deck. For 2 Psychics and a Colorless, do 80 plus damage. The attack does 20 more energy attached to your opponent's active Pokemon. That'll be okay. I don't really see where this gets played at. With 1 Retreat. Then we have Deoxys, which is the attack form. And it's 3 Psychics for Psy Sphere, does 120 damage. If this Pokemon has at least 2 extra energy, so 5 total, this does 120 your opponent's benched Pokemon. That's kind of cool. Deoxys, defense form, 2 Psychic and a Colorless, Psy Protect, 80 damage during your opponent's next turn, prevent all damage done to this Pokemon from attacks from your opponent's Pokemon that have any abilities. And then Deoxys, speed form with 100 HP with free retreat. 1 Psychic Energy does Psy Speed 30 damage. You may draw until you have 5 cards in your hand. Wait, the attack one, not the speed one? What did I say? What did I say? Yeah, this is so cool. This is a deck though. This is a set of cards though that we have something in the format right now that is for like ogre pawns. What is it called? Ogre's Mask. Choose a Pokemon EX in your discard pile that has Ogre Pawn in its name, and switch it with one of your Pokemon EX in play that has Ogre Pawn in its name. Any attached cards, damage counter, special conditions, turns in play, and any other effects remaining on the new Pokemon. I want this for that Deoxys. I don't know, again, if that is even, if it's playable in any deck or any shape or form, but I think that would be a really fun gimmick. How are you doing? Welcome on in. Zoro is mega broken. Holy. I actually have not matched into any Zora since Ascended Heroes came out. Maybe like once or twice. I don't know. I think the other thing is just a lot of people aren't playing. I mean, to be fair, a lot of people right now that I've been matching into were people who were testing for like EUIC or for Seattle and stuff. I'm just still so irritated. I was so not bored by EUIC, but I think EUIC would have been so much more exciting had Ascended Heroes, because I think Zoroark would have had such a better showing because they had more damage available to them, and it would have been a much more exciting thing. And I'm disappointed like Seattle's also doesn't have Ascended Heroes. I don't know. We've been on the same format for forever. I get the attack one and the speed form mixed up occasionally. Oh yeah, this is the attack one, and then the speed one always has like or doesn't always. That's a weird word. Is the one that has the little at the top, right? Yeah. But yeah, okay. And then the other stuff, where is that at? Right here. Mega Floette EX. So the attack form card is going to go nuts for Gym Leader Challenge. That's going to be crazy. That's going to be crazy. Mega Floette EX. For 1 Psychic, heal 30 damage from each Pokemon, both yours and in your opponent's. 3 Psychic Energies, Eternity Bloom, 200 damage, search your deck for up to 4 basic Psychic Energy cards attached to your bench Pokemon any ways you want. It's kind of interesting. 250 HP, which is important when we get to the stadium. Then we have a Phantup here with the ability, once during your turn, you may put a card from your hand that evolves from this Pokemon onto it to evolve it. Then put 2 damage counters on this Pokemon. You can't use this ability during your first turn. That's kind of cool. And work that with some monkey manipulation. Curse Roots 30 damage during your opponent's next turn. Energy can't be attached from your opponent's hand to the defending Pokemon. That's kind of cool. And 60 or 2 Psychic Energies for 60 plus damage does 10 more damage for each damage counter on all of your opponent's Pokemon. Ooh, that's fun. Pumpkaboo and then Gorgeous EX. This attack does 50 more damage for each of your benched Pokemon having damage counters on them. And then Ghost Touch, 140 damage, discard a random card from your opponent's hand. We have Xerneas with 3 Psychic for Geostorm. This attack does 30 damage times the number of Psychic Energy attached to all your Pokemon. Wild. Cobalion EX. Once in your turn, when this Pokemon moves from its bench to the active spot, you may move any amount of metal energy from your Pokemon and play to this Pokemon. That's kind of cool. It does 200 damage, and during your next turn, this Pokemon can't attack. It's just, I mean, that's not great. It's cool that you can accelerate, but 200 damage just isn't super impactful, especially then the next turn when you can't attack. Flip base Sporter, attach up to 2 basic metal from your discard pile to one of your metal Pokemon. And then the stadiums that go in tandem with Mega Floette. We have Ange Floette. When you can play this card only by discarding Prism wait, no. Let's read Prism Tower first. Once during that player's turn, that player may discard 2 cards from their hand. If they do, they draw a card. You may only play 1 stadium during your turn. Put it next to the active spot. Discard if another stadium comes into play. A stadium with the same name can't be played. But we have Ange Floette, which is stadium. You can play this card only by discarding Prism Tower in play. You can play this even if Prism Tower was played this turn. So you can play Prism Tower and then you can play Ange Floette. Or you can play Prism Tower, discard 2, draw 1, and then play Ange Floette. And while this is in play, each Mega Floette in play gets plus 150 HP. So it turns Mega Floette from having 250 to 400 XP. It's Mega Floette's also a basic, so then you could attach Bravery Charm to it, right? Bravery Charm doesn't rotate, does it? And it can have 450 HP. And do 200 damage. And then search up Psychic Energy. I don't know. It potentially a bit of a meme deck. I don't know. It could be cool. And then we have a new Metal Energy. As long as this card's attached to Pokemon, it provides Metal Energy. And the Pokemon has no retreat cost. Also kind of cool. So yeah, some interesting stuff there. Interesting stuff there. But yeah, the Zoroark is looking pretty good right now. I'm still just so disappointed, though, that we're going into another regional, and we are playing the same format still. I want to see something different. I want to see something new. Because what is going to be the first event now that's on Ascended Heroes in the US, at least? Because, I mean, obviously, like, there are other... We have the only people. Houston, and then Orlando. Houston, and then Orlando. That's funny. Okay. We do have 2 Poffins and a Lily. I feel pretty good about that. Probably play the Poffin, attach the energy, and then rip the Lily. But we won't retreat until we know if we could potentially find Laddie. So we're also playing into Grimshaw. So definitely important to get the energy established. Surprised they wanted to go first. Surprised they didn't want to go second and, like, Team Evo. Latias is in there. 4 Lokes are in there. Hilda, 3 catchers, another pad. Neo upper. Okay. I want to save the Pokepad to potentially find some Lokes down the road. Unfortunate that we are going to lose the energy. Very unfortunate that we're going to lose the energy. But we can always Neo Upper our way. We just have to hope that... I mean, they have a 2-card hand. They have a 2-card hand, so hopefully they just don't have a whole lot going on. It's just 2 copies of Lily's Determination. Okay, they got a Balloon and a Lily. Perfect. 8 new cards. An Itchy Pollen all their own. I see how it is. I see how it is. Could Hilda get a Loke, also get some energy out, attach some energy. I don't hate that. Better than Ionoing her, I think. Not that I want to grab Neo Upper. This is the only Hilda I have. Yeah, I don't think I want to put Neo Upper in case they pop out. I already have Boss in hand. I have 2 Boss in hand. We'll grab the Pop and just potential fodder card. Remove the item lock on myself. Kind of silly. Pop this there, but I think I want to save the Noir since we have it in hand. Surprised they didn't move this 10 damage last turn. They actually could have moved this 10 damage last turn. And then this turn they could have moved another 10 damage. And they could have killed my Badoo. They can do it this turn, though. And if they get a Frostlass off this Lily, they do. I might want to pop this Dust Noir. This isn't great. I'll tell you that. This isn't great. Promote the Dusclops. They don't have a big attack this turn, so they're just most likely going to Itchy. So I might as well let the damage sit on the Clops. Ultra Ball would be pretty cool if we weren't under item lock, but we are. Pokepad would be pretty cool if we aren't under item lock, but we are. So let's put Jamming Tower in play. Let's put this here. Let's put that there. If I'm gonna pop this, I should pop this before, but I want to keep them under item lock. But I don't, I mean, who knows that I'll have the choice for that. Because also, if I pop this, what am I putting into active? I shouldn't have benched this Dreepy, and I should have Iono'd first. If I kill this, it forces them to have the most, but if I kill this, it slows down their energy setup. Or I can get rid of one of their monkeys. I kind of like getting rid of the monkeys. But this requires them to have the most. This feels stupid, but feels really dumb. I have to promote before I get to look at my cards. I don't remember. I don't remember. I gotta get to look at my prize card first. Wow, my opponent is really considering between those 5 cards. That is pretty good. That is pretty good. Alright, give me some options here. Those aren't the options I was looking for. Not the options I was looking for. Give me an option. That's something. That's something. Go and attach here. Or I can get another cloak ready. No, I think we attach here. We just move this damage there. Just jet headbutt. Do I feel great about this turn? No. Is this where we are? Yes. Okay, Hilda next turn gets me energy. I know there's still 2 psychic in deck. Could have been a better turn. Okay, the art is on, so that means no Spike Month. Oh, Maractus. Okay. Maractus does hurt me if they have boss. I don't think I have any way around this. Iono? Okay. And I do lose my... Okay, we got our Psychic Energy. Cool. I was hoping they wouldn't get another one down. Sounds like I can Adrenal Brain over some damage and take out the one. Could send 30 over here, though. Phantom Dive and then just take out the Frostlass. I think I kind of like that. I think I kind of like that. Gotta move it off of the monkey, though. Let's definitely do that first. Like that is the largest threat we got. Would like to get another Loke established here. But I'd rather Lily. Got the energy attachment. I think I'd rather... No, I think this is fine. This is fine, actually. Yeah, just Ultra Ball those two. Grab another Loke. And then put all 6 there. They only have 2 damage counters to work with. We'll put, you know, what, 6 on here? That's fine. I'm not overly concerned about that. I mean, at this point, though, if we can just get the right combination of like a boss. If we can just get a... Actually, no. They have Recon. I mean, if they don't, we have game. If this is a Filch or a Corkscrew or whatever, we just Adrenal Brain over 30, punch, punch. Yeah, okay, cool, that's just game. Dope. There's the concede. GG's. Good game. Good game. God, I'm almost out of feathers for my fishing. Don't ask me why I'm fishing with feathers. I don't know. I don't know the... Don't ask questions that I don't have the answers to. Yeah, it was a solid game. That was good. Felt like it was also just... They didn't really get a great setup, but I think we were also starving them of cards. We also took out their Grim, or their... What is the second stage? Can't think of the second stage's name. Sam, how are you doing? Welcome on in. So far, so good. This is our third game, and we have currently won 2. Morgrim, that's their name. Yeah, we took out their Morgrim, so they weren't able to really set up. Mulligan. Just leave the laddie. We're going first. That's bad. Going first isn't great here. I love that. Am I supposed to be clicking a button right now? What are we doing? Oh, and it's God of War? Yikes. 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 That's not great. That is not great. This game is probably not going to go as well as the last ones did. I'll tell you that. Unless they're have some bad draws, which I hope they do. Nope, they got an Arvin, so probably for the best. Probably for the best. Alright, you're gonna head to bed soon. I have been terrible about going to bed at a decent time. I know I've talked about it recently. I think last night I was up until like 3. It's been really bad. It's been really, really bad. So then I'm also just really tired. And TM Evo. And TM Evo. Chat, this game's not going to go well for us. But we did just get rank 60 fishing. Let's go. Let's go. Okay, we at least get some cards. Is it too little, too late? Probably. It's probably much too little, much too late, because I don't even have a rare candy, so I can't, like, accelerate. I'm 2 turns away from attacking with Dragon Bolts. And they are... I mean, hopefully they don't have it in hand, and they have to restart for it, and they can whiff it, but if they already have Guardian hand... Okay, they didn't have Guardian hand because they would have definitely evolved it before the restart. Are you just gonna slap for 30? That's crazy. That's rude is what that is. That's rude is what that is. So rude. Okay, I don't want to Iono them. I don't want to Iono. Is there anything worth artisaning down? I mean, put another Badoo down and item lock again. I think that's probably for the best. As much as I would like to hit the Fez here. We still do get a Recon, though. They come have to have another energy. They have 4 cards in hand, so they can't restart. We know they didn't have Guardy last turn. Is it a top deck into a Guardy, into an Iono, into a Lily? Hopefully they just have a dead hand. Hopefully they just have a dead hand. That is the hope. Can it be so? Can it be so? Yes, let's go. Oh, that's so good. Okay. We just need Pult Energy. There's Loke. We still have an Iono that we can rip if it comes to it. We can counter catch your Iono. Hilda's much better, though. Hilda's much better, though. Hilda just gets us exactly what we need. Nice. Could take 2 prizes here. Take 3 prizes here. But I think we... which could be better, because then they could set this up and they could punch back at us. But I think killing this, requiring them to have rare candy, and they've already thrown away a rare candy, I think is better. Force them to have another rare candy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we'll put 1 there. Force them to get another rare candy and a Guardy. We also have this, the Dust Noir ready to pop whenever. All right, that was a little bit better of a, that was a good sequencing of turns. We also were just very fortunate that our opponent did not draw into anything helpful for them. Ah, of course they had the candy, which means they didn't have Guardy last turn, so they just top decked the Guardy then. Because if they had Guardy last turn, they would have absolutely used it. And they got the drift back in, and they have Artisan to put the drift out. Was that a missequence there? I think it was. They didn't use the Artisan before bumping it. No reason to not use the Artisan there. Interesting. That's an interesting choice. That was an interesting choice to not use the Artisan. Also, how much energy do they have in the discard? Only 2 psychic energy in the discard right now, which is very good. Okay, so they probably have an Ultra Ball in hand. We're probably going to see 4 energy in the discard. But I mean, even if they just get 1, they do have the Ultra Ball, so they could do the return Phantom Dive and take out our Dust Skull. Lily's Clefairy comes out. Okay, so yeah, just Dragapult dies. Cool. Cool. I really love this art, though. This is from Ascended Heroes. Great art. Also really love this Mew card. Okay. Wait, they don't still have 230 damage. They're at 170 damage. Interesting. Alright, they take the prize lead. They have game next turn if we're not careful. So we could attack with Blood Moon right now and do 240. Of course we grab this the next turn. Of course we grab it the next turn. Just need Neo Upper. Put that down. And we could just Blood Moon boss this and kill it. We have Latias down so we can retreat next turn. Scripts. So we aren't guaranteed to hit the Neo Upper. It'd be rough if we don't get the Neo Upper, though. We're also going to leave this energy on you. That's the other thing I want to do, is leave the energy on there. Remember to use Twitter following only. Was on for you and saw a man step on a mine. I'm sorry, what? Oh, it was on the For You page. Oh, okay. That's in... Dude, God. Some of the stuff that pops up on Twitter now is insane. That's insane. Yeah. Got the genome hacking there. I was not doing the math in my head. I was like, oh, we're fine. But I forgot that they had the damage over there still, and they could just move that. Yeah, that's awful. I try and stay off Twitter as much as I can. I do occasionally go on, though, to look up, like, when people post, like, different deck lists and stuff. Or if something's shared with me. But I tend to just stay away from the cesspool that is Twitter. Honestly, we did pretty solid in this game for how terrible of a start we had. Going first, didn't get a Dreepy down until turn, what, 2 or 3? We didn't get a turn there. We had Dreepy down turn 2, and we were able to Itchy Podlin. But we were pretty far behind, but the item lock, and then just also we were fortunate that they were not drawing into anything. We honestly could have had... Maybe we should have just taken out the Mew. I wasn't doing the math, though, so it wasn't even a stance of, like, one way or the other. I mean, they didn't have the Darkness energy out, so there was a world where they wouldn't have gotten it. Killing the Mew, though... I mean, if we could have found Neo Upper... If we could have found Neo Upper, it would have been the same situation of the... Because we wouldn't have wanted to attack with Dragapult. Because as long as Lily's Clefairy was on the board, they could kill us with Guardy themselves. It's just a bad... I mean, we did everything we could. I don't know that there's anything better we could have done there. I think it was just hoping that they didn't have the Darkness energy to be able to fix their math, to be able to kill there. I think that's really... I think that's really the only thing we could have done different is... them just not have that. I think that's the only thing different, yeah. Space! How you doing, Space? Welcome on in. Hope you're having a wonderful, wonderful day. Chat, you know what I just realized? I realized that I didn't eat dinner. You're cooking for once? Oh, what are you cooking? What are you making? Can you bring me some? It's fine. I'm not, like, really hungry yet, but I just like, have, like, a pang of, like, where's food? I'm like, oh, shoot. I need dinner. Elizabeth's work has a PM shift tonight. So I didn't even think about it, because normally I'm just, you know, like, I'll make dinner for us. Like I said, my whole routine's been thrown off since I've been working from home. I still don't know when we're going back to our office environment. I've been enjoying the free time. Or not free time. I mean, I guess technically there has been free time. Because I'm not, like, driving through, like 5 p.m. traffic, which has been, honestly, real nice. Mac and cheese. Oh, I love mac and cheese. Are we going second, right? No, we're going first! They're balling all day on us. Okay, we got a Pokepad at least. We can at least get a Dreepy. At least get a Dreep. What if they just have 7 energy in their hand? What if? Secret box!
You're not supposed to have Secret Box turn 1. Ooh, Mega Frostlass to the discard, so this is not Grimmsnarl most likely then. So I don't think any Grimmsnarl deck is playing the Mega Frostlass. Yeah, because they'd have to tech in water energy. So, I mean, there are most likely still monkeys. This, could just be straight up Frostlass. I cannot carry any more fish. Thank you for the artisan. I really need it. Alright, they had a much more exciting turn than I had, but hopefully next turn we also get a decent turn. We get to Artisan for another Dreepy, because we will be under item lock, so we do just need to go ahead and make sure we get a Dreepy out. Then we can Lily, get a fresh set of 8 cards. Hopefully get a Loke to go ahead and evolve our Dreepy. And hopefully another energy so we can establish another one. Hawlucha, not what I was hoping from the top deck. Okay. Man, this would be great. All these cards would be so nice if I could use them. All those cards would be excellent if I could use them. We need to keep in mind that since it is Mega Frostlass, we do need to be mindful of how many cards we keep in our hand. What sucks though here is though that they can just Adrenaline Brain over the 10 damage and then just kill Badoo. I probably should have just benched the second Badoo in, or just benched the. Because if I promote one, I can bench the Latias and then the Badoo and it's fine. It's fine. Because also had I not, they might have played around and just kept me having 2 Badoo on my bench. Probably for the best. Yeah, I really wish we could have got the energy attachment. So that way we could have prioritized getting energy to Monkey, since they are going to now have damage starting to build up on our Monkey. And I will be unable to play items still. So yeah, we are truly living off a top deck here, because I don't... Nothing in my hand is that great under item lock. If we went under item lock, though... Oh, best believe! This would have been a fantastic turn. What a fantastic turn it would have been. What's happening in... Discord? Oh, the short went up. I forgot the short was going. Freezing Shroud. I wish the Freezing Shroud went at the same time. I hate that they don't go at the same time. Another item we can't use. That's great. That's great. That's really great. That's really quite fantastic, really. If you think about it, that's really quite fantastic. I realized I was like, I don't even want to put Badoo down because they can just push 20 damage and then punch. And just take a prize card. Honestly, low-key chat, I think we just lose at this point. I think the item lock is just... We're too locked on the item lock. There isn't much we can play around here. There is, I mean, we're truly just living off of draws at this point. If we can get a Dracloak established, that would be nice. But again, the Dracloak has an ability, so it's just going to be taking damage each turn. This might just be a slow death. If we can get a Clops, I will pop it to kill the Badoo just to give us an out. But yeah, they have 3 monkeys established. They can move all 80 damage over here. And if they take out the Dust Skull, I think we just bounce. Because again, we're so far behind here. Yeah, they're just going to take out the Dust Skull. The Dust Skull was the only thing allowing me to potentially get rid of the item lock that we're under. We probably just concede this one. We'll see what the next turn looks like.
We'll see if we end up drawing anything of use. Not anticipating that we will, though. But maybe we will. So they're going to go back up to 40 damage on their monkeys by the time it becomes their turn again, so they can move another 80 damage. We'll be at 80 damage here on our monkey, and we can only move potentially 30 if we get the energy. Now, if we get the energy, that could be helpful, because then we can get rid of the item lock. I mean, they can reestablish it. I assume they play multiple. Yeah, okay. You got it. Your item lock was too strong. The pollen was too itchy. That's just not one of those worth sitting and playing. Obviously, like in real life, play that game out. You never know what's going to happen. But at that point, they are just so well established. If we were playing like in a best-of-3 scenario, that would have been a scoop at that point to move on to the next match, because that's going to be such a difficult climb back. Because next turn they can take out a Dreepy, and the turn after that they can take out another one. There's just no real... Even if we evolve to a Dracloak, we're taking 20 chip damage each pass, and they can move 80 damage over, because they had 3 monkeys established. I mean, they can move 90 damage over because they have 3 monkeys established, but they weren't generating that amount of damage. They were only generating 80 each turn. Actually, they were only generating 6 each turn. But either way, then we're also taking the additional chip damage onto the Loke. So there's no world where we could have gotten a Loke to a Dragapult at that turn. We were just too far behind. We were just too far behind at that point. Bum, 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 bum. Done. Yo, what's this about? What's this about? Why are we drawing into the worst hands ever? What is this nonsense? What is this garbage? Can I just top deck something useful then? If you're gonna give me a garbage opening hand, can you at least give me a decent top deck? Fez and Shaman to discard. I mean, they're going first, so we cannot be item locked. So we at least get 1 turn, not item locks. But next turn we will be under item lock, which sucks. Okay, we get a Lily. That's something. That's a potential out. Okay, alright. We get to play the game. We get to play the game. I think I want to go ahead and Ultra Ball. Put the Loke in hand. Yeah, I want to go ahead and put the Loke in hand. Because I know the item lock's coming. So we'll go ahead and put the Loke in hand. And then we also kept the Psychic Energy because there is a world where we could Mind Bend. I don't know that we want to do that, but... Oh, of course, what? Double Loke in hand and a... What is that hand? How did they just have everything? That's insane. They just literally had the perfect 3-card hand. Okay, at least don't give them any energy. At least put them behind in the energy attachments. At least let me have one thing. Of course they have the energy attachment. Who are we kidding? Of course they have energy. They just got to look at 30,000 cards. Of course they have energy. Alright, we'll at least put the other Loke back to the bottom of the deck. Alright, Hilda. Okay, Hilda gets me an attacker next turn. Then we'll pass. Make my three streak worth my time. Shoot, you're in the wrong stream for that. You're in the wrong stream for a worthwhile watch. A stream that's worth your time, and I recommend to you twitch.tv/Bob Ross. Not a very responsive streamer though. He doesn't really respond to chat all that often. Actually never. He never responds to chat. Kind of disappointing, but you know, he's there. No way! You just have it all. You just have it all. Okay, at least I get to Phantom Dive into this one first. That's nice. That's, you know, nice for us, I guess. Good counter catcher. Good counter catcher. It's just another Hilda to use next turn. So I can Hilda now for a Loke. Neo upper in hand. We'll attach this here. Keep Neo upper in hand. If I can get Hawlucha, there's a world where I might want to counter catch her. We can get Hawlucha. I could kill the Latias and take 2 prizes. And then put 30-30 here. They will get the Phantom Dive 200 into mine first. Might be better just get the Phantom Dive to 200 here first. And then play the counter catcher the next turn. There's a world where that's slightly better. Because I want to leave this bench lock, so I'm going to leave the Badoo there. What sucks is, though, that any damage I put over Monkey can move, so I think we just do a 30-30 split here. And just hope for the best. Or I just put all 6 into the Badoo, but I mean, they can still move it from here. But I'm like, we could Hawlucha, give them no damage to work with, so that way they can't take out any of my Lokes or anything. Which I kind of do like. My concern is how we get the additional prizes. It's 2 prizes, 3 prizes, 4 prize. I don't think I'm that concerned about 30-30, though. About them being able to move over 30, and then he could just take out 1. I think I'm okay with that. I think that's a better potential setup. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see where that goes. We'll see where that goes. Friday's stream, though, will be great. Any predictions or hopes for the Direct? I think they're gonna announce. How are you playing a who, dude? I think they're gonna announce Conquest 2 for sure this time. No, obviously, Gen 10 seems fairly likely. It is the 30th anniversary. That Fire Red Leaf Green goes live. We'll probably get a tease about whatever the next spinoff is gonna be. Because we're getting for sure there's gonna have like Pokemon Go stuff to celebrate. Cause it's also the 10th anniversary of Pokemon Go. We're gonna get some TCG stuff. Unfair Stand kind of sucks. They have the Neo upper in hand for next turn. But I guess that's okay. Crispin. Why are we playing post-rotation decks? I just don't understand it. I don't understand why we're playing post-rotation. Anyone who says, oh, I just need to get ready for post-rotation. No, you don't. You don't need to get ready for a format that's 2 months away with cards that you don't even have. You don't have a Meowth. You don't have any of the cards that are actually going to be beneficial towards you. There's zero reason to be prepping for a format you will not be playing in for 2 months. It just makes such weird games. But yeah, we'll definitely get some Pokemon Cafe news. So plenty of stuff to be announced. I do hope that they tease whatever a spinoff is going to be, you know, something. All right, let's see here. Okay, grab a Hilda. I don't hate a Hilda. Hilda potentially gets, I can evolve up a Loke and Neo upper it, and just go ahead and have it ready. Channing Tower just does nothing for me. Pokepad does nothing for me either. Okay, or we could boss. I don't really care about bossing here, though. I think Hilda's much more stronger just getting this set up. Although we could grab Luminous Energy. No, Monkey is prize. Never mind. Like, we could grab Luminous Energy, and we could get Monkey Dory. And, oh no, Monkey's not prize. Monkey's in the discards. Monkey's in the discards, yeah. Unfortunate place for the Monkey to be. Okay, so we'll 200 here. But trying to think where we take the prize. Do we take the prize now? Because next turn, if we get this back up in the active, we take this out, and that's 2 prizes. That puts us. We take a price right now, and this is 100, so we just need to put 3 on it. They can move 30 back. I didn't mean to click that there. I meant to put the other one there. That was a misclick. I moved my mouse. Because the 10 damage does literally... I needed the 40 there. Been too long thinking about that one. What'd they grab? Another... Oh, okay. Well, that changes everything. They have 2 monkeys. That changes everything. That actually is just game. Wow. GG. GG. All right, well, we did the best setup we could there. I mean, if we would have had Monkey, I don't really know that would have changed anything too much. Actually, if we had Monkey there, we could have taken out the other Loke instead and left the Badoo there. But I mean, it didn't matter because they just had the Monkey there as well. Yeah, it's so weird playing against post-rotation decks. It's so weird because you're just not as prepared for it. Which again, I mean, I say it's a post-rotation deck. Obviously, this deck is legal to play right now. It just plays so much differently than the current Pults we're used to. Not to say it's worse. Like honestly, it's gonna be a pretty decent build. It's obviously better in some cases, but in other cases not as much. I don't know. I think it's just kind of ridiculous to be preparing for something that you're not going to play for 2+ months. Unless you're specifically preparing for it because you're playing in an event like the day that rotation happens, but the day rotation happens, they're not an event for a while. But yeah, back to Pokemon Day. I'm hoping we get some spinoff announcements. I don't even know what spinoff though would be, because I feel like they're not going to do... I don't think we're ever going to see another Pokemon Ranger. At least in the way it was on the DS. Maybe they put out a new Ranger series, but it's a very different, like, shtick. Maybe a mystery dungeon. It's been a while since a mystery dungeon has come out. It's also been a lot longer, because there's only been one Switch release of mystery dungeon, and it was a remaster. They are playing Absol. Remake, yeah. So I don't know. It'll be interesting to see what they decide to go with.
What else could we see? There's a world where they potentially, I don't think they will though. There's a world where they tease a Legends game, but I don't think they will because they won't want to put out two mainline games at the same time. So I think we'll just get Gen 10 as a mainline game, and they'll save the next Legends game for next year. Because I imagine if they're going to announce Gen 10, and what we've seen from potential leaks is that Gen 10 would be releasing this year. Maybe an event. Pokemon Champion. I don't think Pokemon Champions is going to drop on Friday, but I think they will definitely announce its release date. I think we'll definitely get a Champions release date. Do that. Do we have one down? No. Get one down. Yell some timber. We'll touch that there. We will bench that. Could grab out another Dreepy. I think I like that. I think grabbing out another Dreepy is fun. Then we... Itchy Pollen! At least no energy switch. They have to have the energy if they're going to go for it. They probably get rid of the... I don't know. We have a decent hand right now. So even if they get rid of the Hilda, we at least have a Lily. If they get rid of the Lily, we have Hilda. Hilda's definitely my better supporter right now. That sucks! Our opponents tonight have literally just had the perfect cards every turn. It's crazy. Yeah, the Night Stretcher. It's crazy how much our opponents have just had the perfect card every turn now. Alright. Boss doesn't really do anything. I think we Lily. That gives us the best chance of getting the most amount of stuff. I wish this stupid Latios wasn't here. Alright, make this a little threatening on the board. Sucks we couldn't get another one. Cool. Cool. Loving that. Loving everything about that. I keep seeing articles titled that leaks fans are upset by, and I'm purposely not reading the articles that could be false, but also the prospect of turning to Johto Unova is intriguing. Yeah, I haven't... I'm gonna lose my mind. Chat, I'm gonna lose my mind. We have not been having luck. We have not been having it. Like, our opponents have just had the perfect cards. That's crazy. Yeah.
Do you think this one can survive, or do you think they have another boss in their hands? I just need this one to survive, you know? I just need this one to survive, you know? And we aren't going to play the Night Stretcher because if they rip out of the hand, I want us to have the option. Yeah, they're just gonna they just have all the boss. Sometimes you draw the nuts, the other times you get sacked. We love card games. It's not even. I wouldn't even say sacked. I would say sometimes you draw the nuts. Sometimes our opponent just has every card possible. You have another boss. That's insane. They just truly had it all. They truly, yeah. I wouldn't even call it what just happened to us getting sacked. I would call what happened to us as getting punched, laughed at, spit at, and then them looking at us and going, "What? Man, I wish I can't. It's gonna concede. I'm just so sad. I wish I could at least pop the Dusclops for game. You know." Yeah, they just wanted their heart was more in their cards than mine. I had no heart in my cards. They had all the heart in their cards. They had all the heart of the cards. I had the femur of the cards. That's what it is. But hey, I bet they aren't level 60 and a half in fishing in old school RuneScape like I am. Oh, they're probably 99. They just wanted it more. I need to want it more. I keep forgetting about that. Okay, chat, we're gonna want it more this time. You ready? All right, this is me wanting it more. This is me wanting it more. Okay, I want to. See, we got heads. Yeah, I've stayed away from the majority of the leaks talks for what the different announcements, but I did see something that was something to the effect of they're potentially working on like an MMO. And I guess that could be, or not an MMO like as you would imagine, but because didn't Poke MMO get shut down? Or am I making that up? No, Poke MMO is still going. So I can't imagine they're working on an MMO if Pokemon, if Poke MMO is still going. I'm honestly surprised that's still going as it is. Yeah, Poke MMO still exists. Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, it's like all of the, I don't know if it's all the regions. But it's a lot of the regions that you can play through. Wow, this is terrible. Gen 1 through 5. Okay. Yeah, Gen 1 through 5, and it's all interconnected, kind of like how Soul Heart Gold, Soul Silver is. Wow. Did not work out in my favor at all. We just did not want it enough there. That's crazy. I thought I was supposed to want it more. What are we doing? I was supposed to want it more. I feel like I'm wanting it less right now. What's happening? Fire Red, Emerald, Platinum, Heart Gold, Soul Silver, Black 1, White 1. Yeah, I've never played it, but it does look cool. But it's one of those things that, like, I'm surprised they haven't shot. Which, I mean, they aren't making money off of it or stuff like that, so, I mean, it's difficult for them to do anything about it. But I did, like, again, not super big into the leak talks. But there is a world where they are potentially doing one of them. I love Boss's Order. I love Boss's Order. Oh, that's crazy. Get that guy back up here. Get that Lunatone back up here. I want to go back to Kalos for a third time. We got to go back to Kalos again. How could we not? Can I have Buddy Poffin, please? Thank you. Thank you. That's what I get for not wanting it more. Just wait till we go Ultra Ball through Meowth for boss for game 2. I can't wait. I can't wait till Ultra Ball for Meowth. Meowth for boss for game. It's gonna be great. Turo in this economy. Hold up a second. Hold up a second. I could do the funniest thing here if I get one more energy. If I get one more energy, I could do the funniest thing. I could bring up their Gimmighoul and I can Dragon Headbutt. Hey, let's go. We can kill their Gimmighoul. Okay. Let's kill their Gimmighoul. At least stop them from getting that set up. Yeah. Honestly, I'm fine if they keep revisiting regions, save them for creative space or playing with the monsters. Like, I am also okay with revisiting regions. I just want them to stop. Again, I'm gonna say this as someone who really loves Kanto and is honestly pretty excited about the Fire Red Leaf Green re-release. Just stop going to Kanto for a little bit. Let's go. Where's my Gen 5 remake? Like, let's remake some of the other ones. Where's a good Gen 4 remake? Okay. Dragon Headbutt. No, I just realized we didn't get any Legends ZA. We didn't get any regional forms. Yeah, I'm honestly pretty upset we didn't get regional forms in ZA. I'm also upset that we didn't get any of the new regionals that were just introduced in Legends Arceus in ZA. Like, there's no, there's none of them. Can we stop touching Kanto for a bit? More Unova, please. I would love some more Unova. I honestly wouldn't even be too upset if we got another Johto game. I really like Johto too. And let's do like a Johto Hoenn game, you know? That'd be kind of cool. Do like what Gold Silver, Heart Gold, Soul Silver did, but do it with Hoenn and Johto. Oh, you know what they might announce? There could be a world where they announce, which again, I feel like they aren't going. Gen 10 is going to be their large announcement. They're not going to want to announce another game that isn't Gen 10. But I could see a world where we get an announcement for another Let's Go game. Another Let's Go game would be kind of cool. Why didn't you attack here? I mean, I guess you were concerned. Okay, I see why. Because you were concerned with the monkey. That makes sense. Concern with the monkey makes sense. And we will go ahead and make that concern with the monkey true. I think I'm just going to wipe out their gimmies. Yeah, we just wipe their gimmies here. See, this is what happens when you want it more, chat. I'm out here wanting it more. I'm out here wanting it more. Let's go Tepig. Be funny. Be fun. Alright, you're good there, you're good there. I wish that I had one damage counter to work with here where I could Hawlucha, put 10 here and 10 here, and drop 1 there and drop 6 here. That's not how math works, because I would really like to get out this guy, but I don't think I'm that concerned with them. Not that concerned with them. Not yet, at least. Do I have another Dreepy I can pull, actually? Or do I want to get down another Dusk? I mean, if they take 2 prizes here, because they could take 2 prizes. They could boss up, they could Mega Lopunny and grab either Fez or them. But if they don't grab them, because I'm going to go down to 3 prizes here. But I mean, we could also Hawlucha onto Fez. So do I actually want to put anything down, or do I want to be able to Hawlucha onto Fez? I think I want to be able to Hawlucha onto Fez, actually. If it comes up. And if they don't take the space. Yeah, I think that's better. Actually, it's not. I'm stupid. I get to put 1 damage here. I get to put 1 damage here anyways. That was kind of dumb. That's fine. I could have played that better. That's fine. I'm overthinking things. And I'm too busy thinking about Let's Go Tepig. Too busy thinking about Let's Go Tepig. Sorry, I'm dropping an inventory of fish. Although if we get back to the Pixel Art, the older gen Pokemon games, it'd be cool to shake up. I would really like that as well. That'd be really fun. I would really like it to go back to some stuff like that. The likelihood that they play an Iono is very, very low. Some versions of Goldango do play Iono, but assuming this is not one of those versions, I do still have, I think, 2 more bosses in deck. There is still a world where we can have game here. They should not have benched the Gimme Ghoul. Unless they're able to find Turo and pick up the Fez. I mean, they do have a 16-card hand. That's crazy. They actually throw out, they're actually playing Mega Frostlass. They tricked, or not Mega Frostlass, Alakazam. They tricked me. That's concede. Nice. We wanted it more! We wanted it more! Even though it's not entirely 2D, maybe a 2.5 like Paper Mario. Ooh. That'd honestly be really fun. And I say this as someone, I didn't hate the chibi style of BDSP. I just hate that they gave us BDSP, but they didn't give us all the fantastic things that Pokemon, like they recreated Diamond and Pearl, sure, but they should have given us some more of what Platinum added. Like, there were so many good quality of life changes that Platinum made, as well as just Platinum in general is just a better game. And then it felt, I don't know, it didn't feel too, I didn't hate the art style of it. I thought that was fun to do something different, but the fact that it wasn't as faithful to Gen 4 is kind of what irked me. And that's just me. Like the Dragon Quest remakes, yeah. I honestly hope the combat from Legend ZA makes a return. I don't know if they'll do it in Gen 10, but I mean they might, because with Pokemon Champions coming out, that's where all the competitive scene is going to be. So that means they can really do whatever they want in the mainline games. So it'd be really cool if that stayed. Even if in gym battle, my perfect world, or not perfect, perfect seems a little over the top. What I think would be fun is in wild battle, and this isn't my idea, I saw this from someone else. In wild battles or anything like that, you have the Pokemon ZA style of combat, and then in gym battles, elite trainer, or not elite trainers, the Elite Four and the champion, you have the more typical turn-based. I think that would be really fun. That's also probably asking for way too much from EPCI. Ultra Ball. Yeah, I am, I'm not holding my breath for many more announcements, like large announcements beyond Gen 10. Because I just don't think they're going to want anything to overshadow that. I mean, that's a fair comparison. Make open world grinding easier while keeping the actual traditional Pokemon. I think that'd be really fun. I think that'd be a really cool way to split it up. Now, do I want to give them an Iono? I kind of want an Iono to set up my hand. I don't know why I've decided Iono is how I'm going to pronounce it right now, but I have decided it Iono. And we're going to throw away the Clops. We'll keep one Clops in deck. I was just Ultra Balled for Badoo, which is not what I wanted to do. I wish this was a Lily, but we can't always get what we want. We can't always get what we want. But if you try sometimes, you'll get what you need. And what I needed was that Poffin. I did need some energy, though. Some energy would have made me very happy. But I will at least take Itchy Pollen. We gave them a new hand, but, you know. When I go back to older gens, the grinding of teams is something I don't at all. That's why, like, when I play through, and I haven't in a minute, I need to go back to it. We took a big break because something happened. I can't remember what happened. We were working on a Gen 5. Oh, man, my Dracloak. It's okay. They're going to give me 3 Dracloaks. We were working on a Gen 5 hardcore. I promise I'm not psychic. I promise I'm not psychic, chat. I promise I'm not. That's crazy. That's crazy. When I play through, I just wanted it more. I'm just wanting it more than they want it right now. When we play through like stuff like that, I just give myself rare candies. I don't have time to sit here and just want to show them that I just have all three of them. Maybe they'll just concede. They'll just concede out of fear. No concede out of fear. What if I drop? What if I throw this at you? I'd scoop. I'd scoop if I owed my opponent the 3 Dracloaks. I'd absolutely scoop. Just get a potential Ultra Ball fodder in hand. All right, what will you scoop now, bud? Look at this board. Look at this board. I'd be scooping. I'd be like, all right, bud, great game. Now I'm thinking about Pokemon in the Dragon Quest 1-3 remake Octopath 2-Day. That would be awesome. I think that's also what Alestrials is doing. I don't know if any of you have been keeping an eye on that. That's what being made by A-Drive and Shady Penguin. And I think it is more of that like 2.5D style Alestrials with an E. It's also a card game. Look, type into Google A-Drive, the letter A, D-R-I-V-E, space card game, and you'll get the spelling. Yeah, it is getting a game. It's on Kickstarter. I don't imagine it's coming out for a very long time. I don't know if they've had an estimate, but it is something that's on Kickstarter. And it is in a like 2.5 style stuff. I think it'll be on Steam. All right, what do we want to do here? How can I best make my opponent cry? Actually, what I'm doing is how can I wipe out all 3 of these? And I can if I get Hawlucha and Dragapult. I can wipe out all 3 of their Dreepies. There's the Dragapults. Where's the Hawlucha? No Hawlucha. No Hawlucha. I mean, we're still definitely going to pop this and just take out their Dracloak, though. No reason to let them have a Dracloak. Let them behind on energy attachments, needing Neo Upper, needing like a rare candy. I don't even know if they play rare candy, but they will need rare candy. Maybe we'll grab like an Ultra Ball. Chat, I was supposed to be up until my prophesizing. I'll send you up. I kind of want to take this guy out. So I think we will. And yeah, we'll just dump all the damage onto that. So even if they have the rare candy. Pretty good. Pretty good of a turn. Alright. I like that. I like that a lot. I got themselves a Dracloak. Alestra looks cool. Yeah. It looks interesting. I'm very excited. It's also like very heavily like Greek myth inspired. So I don't know. I'm excited for it, but it's not something I've like put a lot of brain stock into thinking about because it looks like it's not coming out for quite a while. Yeah, when it does come out, it's gonna be pretty cool. I haven't played their card game at all because honestly, I've said this to like my group that I go to like events with. I do not play the Pokemon TCG because I like love playing TCGs. And don't get me wrong, I love board games. My wedding, we had board games at our wedding. That you could, and my wife and I just like went around the different tables and like played board games with people instead of like doing dancing. So I love card games, board games, stuff like that. But I don't like love like Magic the Gathering or like Lorcana or stuff like that. It's fun to do, but it's not. I don't love it. I play the Pokemon TCG because I love Pokemon. So I haven't like played the Elestrals card game at all. Wow, you're putting a lot of cards down that give me 3 prizes. Okay, so I just need Hawlucha for game. Okay, they're gonna boss to stall. That's fine. I have energy in hand. I just need Hawlucha for game. Or actually, no, I don't even need Hawlucha for game. I need Monkey Dory for game. Monkey Dory or Hawlucha, either or. Ultra Ball would have I would have had game if we weren't under item lock, but we are. Okay, well, no game for me. Well, we could still Lily into it, couldn't we? Or would I rather boss here? Well, no, because I also have to attach retreat. What if we attach? We're gonna attach this. We're gonna rip the Lily. See if we get the. Do we see if we get the Lily or do we go for the Iono? Put all these cards at the bottom of the deck, and we hope in those 3 cards is Hawlucha. In those 3 cards is Hawlucha. We've looked at 2 cards. There's 15 cards. Of those 15, one of them is Hawlucha. And there's multiple cards that I put on the bottom of the deck last turn. But I would still need boss for all that to matter. I think we just boss here, and we just punch. We don't have game, but it still puts them in an awkward spot where they have to, again, use an energy attachment to get out of active. And I think we just kill the Dusk so that way they can't do any funny business. They still have to get an energy attachment to get out of active here. So I think we're fine. But yeah, had I went for the Hawlucha, I was like, it'd be great, but there's nothing I could have... No real math I could have done there. Yeah. Big and wanting it more, this poor Mega Diancie with Brave Storm's got blocked by Rocket's Honchkrow, dumping 6 trainers. And I said, yo, I love Rocket's Honchkrow! Honestly, we'll play that on Thursday's stream. I'm no stream tomorrow because tomorrow is Survivor 50th, and it's also my mom's birthday. Fun fact. But on Thursday I'll be live. So we'll probably play some Honchkrow on Thursday because it's been a minute since I played Honchkrow, and it also I think it just got what like top 8 in the first like big event. Post rotation in Champions League. What place did it get? It got 8th place, which is pretty cool. And I don't think it's using any cards that we don't currently have. Yeah, it's only playing cards from current set. That's cool. I'm a big fan of Honchkrow. I have not played it in a minute. The Haunch. The version that got 8th place is... Wait, sorry, Dr. Jekyll is talking to me. Oh, no, they aren't talking to me. They're talking to the other loser here. Yeah. There's another loser fishing. The version that they're playing, the last version that I was playing, they don't play a Porygon Z, which makes sense. I mean, the Porygon Z isn't that important. I mean, it does help you in the late game if you need to get more supporters in the discard. I don't know how I feel about the Fez, though. I understand the reason for the Fez, but then it hurts the Ariana. But also, I guess if you're Fezzing late game, you probably aren't playing Ariana at that point because you have a lot of cards in hand. So it probably doesn't matter as much. but it doesn't play. I don't know. I'm a big fan of the Mimikyu because it just really helps with using like Giovanni plays to get out of active. I don't know. We'll play. We might play around with that. Might play around with something else. But I am very excited to play some Haunch. I don't know that I'm going to take it to any like large events, but I know definitely even once Ascended Heroes becomes legal, I'm definitely going to go play it to like some challenges and stuff because I have it built. Beside the only thing I'm missing for this deck right now is the Pokepads. All right, first place. I'm missing the Pokepads. I'm missing 2 Rockets Energy, and I'm missing the Haunches. I have opened 2 ETBs for my Pokemon Center pre-orders of Ascended Heroes, and I pulled 0 Haunch Crows. I did pull some Pokepads though. I think I pulled 2 Pokepads. But I pulled 0 Haunch. I'm not going to show you all what I pulled because you should definitely subscribe to the YouTube channel, youtube.com/@PokemonWizard for some daily YouTube shorts where I open packs. I'm not going to show you the photo because it does spoil like the big cards I hit. But I did pull 2 Pokepads, which is pretty exciting. All right, we'll probably play one more game here because we've been live for about 2 hours. We'll play one more game here, and then I'm going to get some dinner because it is 9 p.m. and I forgot to eat dinner. My wife she also gets off work shortly. Oh, heads never fails. I don't know why people ever say tails never fails when heads always out here flipping heads. Monkey Dory. Yeah, we'll be live Thursday with some Pokemon TCG from like 5 to 7ish p.m. EST, and then I'll be live Friday morning around 8:55 to go live to watch because I think it's at 9 a.m. I think that's what I need to double check that it is at 9 a.m. our time, but I am fairly certain that is the typical time breakout, and we'll be live watching Pokemon Presents. And then Saturday, I'll be live in the midday for some more TCG action. We do have to waste an attachment here. So I do want to item lock them. Let me actually check real fast. I should have checked it when I did the first search. I didn't look if my energy was here. Okay, yeah, we're fine. Need to actually check the energy. Itchy pollen. Dude, this pollen, it's so itchy. You know what would be out of left field? Spin-off looking at the Wii games, Poke Park. Ooh, Poke Park would be an out of field. Interesting. That would be interesting. Bring back Pokin. Oh, come on. Where was the Polt? Or, I mean, where was the Loke? Meowth EX being another play support search. Yeah, also, Meowth EX has the the ability reads only one of these can be played per turn that has like the player or whatever, but we didn't get anything else shown for that yet, did we? Let's go Pokepad. Actually, Recon Directive first. Attach this. Little Lily. Type back saying compared to Luminion. Oh, does it put back in hand? I haven't read it that closely. Like I said, I haven't looked at a ton of post-rotation stuff yet. Because my mind is currently preparing for Orlando, which will be in Ascended Heroes format. That is different though. I do like that. That's fun. Okay. That's a pretty good turn. Pretty good turn. Got a lot of great stuff set up there. I could mind bend here. I'm surprised they didn't last turn and just killed Badoo. Okay, they get stadium bumps. They can team Evo. I cannot carry any more fish. I cannot carry any more fish. Need another 27,000 XP to get level 62 fishing. All I've been doing is fishing for the past 2 hours. A friend of mine is also getting ready for Orlando. I'm very excited. I wish I could go to more events this year, but in the 2026 season, the only events I'm going to is Orlando and NAIC. Just unfortunately, just nothing else is in a decent travel. Okay, there is a world where we could do something here. We could take out both their Curlias. Cool, we can take out both their Curlias. That's the end of the statement. We can take out both of their Curlias. They take a prize card. I countercatcher up the other Curlia. Evolve this to Dragapult. We attach for turn. We Iono them down to 5 cards. We're looking at post-rotation stuff because I'm not going to Orlando. That's fair. I don't want to put down the... I mean, I could. I could. Put down another Clops. Or another Skull to get another Clops going. I don't hate it. Especially because we're kind of ahead right now. By kind of, I mean we're very ahead right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Bam, bam. Ooh, if I played a rare candy, this would be incredible. Yeah, I am potentially most likely, just because I've been playing it the most right now, to Orlando will be playing Donzard. Got 6th place with it at a challenge last night, but oh man, I had some real rough games last night. You gonna bump this jamming tower again? We could be getting mind-bended here. Our mind could be bent here. Super Rod. Double Curly and rolls back into the deck. I mean, if they have Artisan here, they can get both Curlias set back up again. That'd be pretty cool. Or they can Ultra Ball, get a Ralts. If they just have Stadium Bump, they can get both Curlias set back up again. Restart for 1. Do they get the Stadium? Kind of want them to. So that way I'm not mind-bended. I don't want them to get the Stadium. Oh, they just passed. What? Why are you passing? Why are you passing? What? Why are you passing? I mean, I can just take out both their Ralts again, which is kind of funny. Give them another prize card, but then I go down to 2 prizes remaining. Kind of like that. That's kind of haha silly. That's kind of haha silly. Can't win here, can I? I could boss this, take 2 prizes. Bump this. No, if I had damage on my side that I could move around, I could potentially take game here. But no. Yeah. But I at least like slowed him down from here, which is nice. We'll go ahead and get this attachment here. We could get Iona, because they haven't played any Iona. They've played one. So I think we go and get this Evo popped here, so that way, if we end up getting mind bended, we can have hard retreat. I know we lose some of our search, but, you know, still. Would rather lose it than not have it. That's not the right words. Alright. Probably should just bench the other Dreeby. Yeah, we should bench the other Dreeby, just so we could potentially... But I didn't know that we were going to find the Loke, because since I knew the one was prized, but we should have still scrapped. Did get Iona'd, was good that we did this, but we do lose the boss to the bottom. But we could pull a boss. We do get Luminous to attach here, which is nice. Or we could even Luminous to retreat here if we get mind bended, so that way we don't lose that. But actually, 200 here... 6, no, we're still, we whiff it by 2 going that route. I don't know. There's some potential. I had to check the date for the Leona Regional since I remembered earlier they were in April. Luckily, that's not the weekend I'm going to a wedding, so I don't have to account for additional traffic. Yeah, it's Easter weekend, though, which is a choice that I personally am not religious and don't, celebrate Easter, but I'm like, that's crazy to put it during a religious holiday. Does Ultra Ball get us anything? I mean, it shuffles the deck to potentially put a boss up, but I don't think it does big things for us other than lose our energy. Does Hawlucha get us anything? We attach here, we move 30 here, punch for 200. 30 plus 6 is 9, plus the Hawlucha is 110. It's unfortunately not a kill, so I think we end up attaching here, so that way I can retreat and attack. I think that's what I care about more. I think that's what I care about more. It's just keeping energy in play. I mean, they don't really have a big setup coming, but who knows? You never know what our opponent could make happen next turn. You know? So I'd rather give myself the most amount of options. Didn't realize that was Easter weekend. It's gotta be like the earliest Easter in a while, it feels like. Yeah, you might be right. I don't know. I haven't kept up with it. I think it's I don't remember what dictates Easter. Alright, the Iono doesn't matter because we have game in hand, or we have game on board. Because even if they move 30 damage here, we still have it. Now that definitely helps us because we can just move 30 back. And, I mean, everything that they have on board right now just dies to a Phantom Dive anyways. So it doesn't really matter anything they put down because we just have game on board. Now, they could countercatcher up the Dracloak, but I have Luminous Energy in hand. So I just attach Retreat, and again, whatever's left here, I have. I'm out of feathers. It's crazy. Fast travel to Vorark. Do I get to press my button or do they concede? They concede. Hey, that was a good final game. We absolutely bullied Gardevoir there. We absolutely bullied Gardevoir there. We said no, you are not allowed to have Kirlias on board, and we end the day at an even 1700. We end the day at an even 1700. I think that was what, like 2 games in a row won, 3 games in a row won. We had some interesting games in the middle, but you know what? I'll take that. I'll take that. That was those are some solid games. I do like Dragapult a lot. I just don't love playing against it with any. I just hate item lock. But that was a good time. It was a good time. We had some really cool games. We had some really solid games to start it out with as well. We only played up against Guardy twice. One time we got given the hammer. That time we gave them the hammer. I don't know why hammer is the word I chose, but it is. All right, chat. That's gonna do it for me tonight. Next stream, like I said, will be Wednesday, or not Wednesday. Tomorrow's Wednesday. Tomorrow's Survivor 50. Will be Thursday at 5:15 p.m. Probably playing some Haunch Crow. Then Friday we'll be live for about 30-ish minutes to watch the Pokemon Presents. And then I'll be back live Saturday at 3 p.m. for some more TCG fun. Otherwise, that's it for me. If you haven't already, definitely go subscribe over to the YouTube channel. So you can see all the YouTube shorts being posted. We got to get another series going soon. I'll just be very frank with you. Just the mental health hasn't been in the right place right now. I have just not. I have felt zero. What's the word? Motivation to do most things. So just a little of that depression just popping up. So we'll get some more series going soon. We're also like at the end of Digimon as well on the Wiz Studios channel. So I need to finish that up soon. It's just I've had no motivation. Easter is celebrated on the first sunny after the full moon, a mathematical approximation of the first astronomical full moon, or after March 21st. That's super interesting. So what they're saying is they just throw a dart. All right, chat. Have a fantastic night. Thank you, everyone, for hanging out. And just remember, shuffle better and want it more. You always got to want it more than your opponent. This looks like exactly. They're like, is that up there? Yeah, that looks close enough. That's it. All right, see you later. Bye. Did I just say see you later? Bye. I meant to say see you later, chat. See you later, chat. Comma. Bye.